performing in a comedy club in Sodom and Gomorrah, but still take everything I say with a grain of salt. Public speaking makes me pretty nervous, though. I'm probably going to say and start to stutter a lot. So if I do that, just pretend I'm speaking in tongues. And if I get a blank look on my face, just I'm having a vision. And if I fall on the ground, call an ambulance. So one of my friends suggested that I just go ahead and picture the audience naked, but that's a sin. And this is a church. So I'm going to go ahead and be biblical and picture everyone wearing fig leaves and sackcloth. And I figured the hipsters would appreciate that because it's all natural and comes from the earth. Speaking of hipsters, I like my men like I like my groceries. Vegan, gluten-free, organic, needing to be washed. I've been going to Grace Center for 10 years. I was a junior at Belmont. I was 22 when I started going here. If you just did the math, I'm 25. This guy walks into a bar, and it really hurt. The same guy walks into Grace Center, and everyone prays for him to be healed. One time I was with a group of my friends, and we wanted to pray for this lady. One of her legs was shorter than the other one. So one of my friends, he got down on his knees, and he grabbed onto her shorter leg, and he said, I'm going to pull on it, and the Lord's going to heal you. And I said, and if he doesn't, we're just pulling your leg. That really happened. So I've been on a lot of mission trips, especially to Brazil. And you go on these trips, and you do this ministry time, and there's thousands of people and lots of revival, and you get long lines of people come up to you, and it's kind of intimidating, in the flesh. Like, if you're going to pray for these people, they go up to you, and they're missing an arm and a leg and, a toe and a fingernail, and it's not all the same person. But, you try and step out in faith, and you're like, oh, Jesus, I pray that you heal them, come with your presence, please. But in Brazil, you're not allowed to flush the toilet paper down the toilet, or it'll back up the entire septic tank. But we're praying for a really long time, and you got to take a break at some point. So I was trying to be quick, and I run to the restroom, and that's when the real ministry time happens. The moment you flush that toilet and you realize nothing's going down. I got the whole team behind me and started yelling, Lord, you said where 2 or more are gathered, you will be there in the midst of us. Lord, let your presence overflow, but not this toilet. So you come back and you gotta, go ahead and keep doing ministry time, and eventually you get some lady hobbling up to you, and you don't want to be presumptuous, so you ask, oh, how can I pray for you? And she says, well, I was just in the restroom and I slipped and fell, and because there was water everywhere. And then I go, oh, I got a word of knowledge. You need to pray for forgiveness for whoever did that. Okay. Like I said, I've been going to Grace Center for 10 years, and over time I've tried to bring visitors here before. And when I say tried to bring, sometimes it doesn't really go the way you planned it. But it's always the way God plans it, I guess. So I was dating a guy, and he's not really all that into the supernatural. I'm open to people being of different denominations, and he was really cute. So I decided, when we decided to bring him to Emanate, I thought, you know what, God, I feel like I really need to ask you to just make sure that the service is, make sure he's really comfortable, let's ease him into the supernatural, ease him into angels and you stories, let's make this progressive, not all at once, because God, I'm cool with the supernatural, if you want to have an angel come and visit me in my bedroom in the middle of the night, I am all for it, except I kind of noticed that whenever you visit the ladies, you're always telling us we're going to have babies. And if you want to do that, that's totally cool, but just tell my mom first, because if you don't, she might break one of the 10 Commandments, you know which one I mean. And have you guys ever really thought about the fact that God told Mary and Joseph they were going to have a baby? Someone had to tell Mary's parents. So I just kind of imagine that they get over to Mary's house, Mary and Joseph are sitting there, and they're on the couch, or I guess it being 2,000 years ago in the Middle East, they're sitting on their magic carpet, and they're talking to Mary's parents, and we're like, so so we're going to have a baby, and it's the Son of God. And Mary's dad goes, where is my shotgun? Wait, what's a shotgun? And Mary's mom goes, okay, I can accept this, but it'll be a miracle if there will be wine at this wedding.
Okay.
So anyway, back to the cute guy that doesn't really believe in the supernatural. We get to Emanate, we're in the parking lot, and I decided to pray again, just in case God didn't realize I meant tonight, here at this church, because, he doesn't always pay attention. So I bring him in, and I take him into what I lovingly have always referred to as the Kappa Sanctia Gymatorium, because if you think about it, it's a school, and it's got basketball hoops, it's a cafeteria, a gym, a sanctuary, an auditorium, the Kappa Sanctia Gymatorium. So we get in our seats, and I cross my legs and cross my prayer arms just to be safe, and Alan gets up the microphone, and I kid you not, says, tonight, we're going to talk about the most supernatural, I wish I could do a Scottish accent, we're going to talk about the most supernatural things ever, angels, miracles, God stories, everything, you name it. I lean back on my seat and think, yeah, we're breaking up. But I want to say that the guys at Emanate are amazing. I love their hearts, it gives me hope that there's, hi Roger, that there's amazing guys out there. And it's got to be tough, though, to be a guy at this church, because there are so many amazing girls here, and we are taught that we are royalty, we're the son of the Most High God, the God who invented shotguns, if you really think about it. And, we're gorgeous, we're pretty much convinced that, we're confused why guys aren't climbing over each other to get to us, because we're so awesome. And the girls are convinced that the guys are waiting for a booming voice from heaven, maybe a chariot of fire with one of those banners flying behind it, like you see with the skywriting, or maybe an angel to come and visit them in their room and tell them, ask Jenny out to coffee. I promise she won't read into it, So I've come with a good compromise. I don't have a bullhorn, and I drive a Buick, not a chariot of fire. But I do have an angel costume if anyone wants to borrow it.